We begin with breaking news out of the Middle East, where after more than 2 years of war, Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of a peace plan that should see the release of all remaining hostages in Gaza in exchange for Palestinian prisoners and the withdrawal of Israeli forces to, quote, agreed upon lines. We've got team coverage for you on this morning. CBS News correspondent Natalie is tracking reaction from the White House. You see her on the left. But let's begin with CBS News reporter Haley in Tel Aviv. Haley, good morning. This is major news. An agreement is in place. What's the reaction there and what happens now?
Good morning. So, as you said, a deal to halt the fighting in Gaza and exchange all the remaining hostages for over 1,000 Palestinian prisoners has been agreed. There are 48 remaining hostages, around 20 of whom are believed to still be alive. Now, this is the first phase of that 20-point peace plan that the White House put out alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about 10 days ago. And there are still some more difficult elements of that proposal to be hammered out, like how Hamas will disarm, whether it will agree to step back from Palestinian politics, and who will govern Gaza. But all that will come later. Netanyahu is meeting with his cabinet and the government later today. After that government meeting, a 24-hour clock will begin for Israel to retreat to an agreed line still within Gaza. Then a 72-hour period will begin for Hamas, during which it will be required to release all the hostages.
And Haley, you've been reporting from Hostage Square throughout the week where the mood has been tempered. What's the difference today?
The mood is completely different today. Hopefully you'll be able to see behind me that the square is completely full. This is a symbolic place where people have gathered throughout the war to be with one another when hostages have been freed in other partial deals, to support one another and the hostage families. And now people are gathering here because, as you'd expect, this is an enormous day. For pretty much the last 2 years, the families of the hostages and many Israelis have been turning out on the street, protesting, demanding that their government agree to some sort of deal to bring all the hostages home and end the war in Gaza. And now it seems like that could be happening. There's still a ways to go in terms of the next phase of the White House proposal, but people are hopeful that the horrible chapter that's taken place over the last 2 years may be coming to a close. And we are here in Tel Aviv, but the feeling in Gaza today, our colleagues, their report is similar. It's one of relief and hope that this war might end. Over 67,000 people have been killed there in this war, according to local health officials, and the humanitarian situation has been catastrophic.
Yeah, and we saw one gentleman behind you kind of raising his arms in the air, an increased sense of hope, certainly. Haley, thank you very much. CBS News correspondent Natalie joins us from the White House with more on this. Natalie, good morning. This is clearly a major win for President Trump, despite the big hurdles ahead. What are we hearing from the White House?
Good morning, Errol. The president calling this historic and unprecedented and thanking and crediting the negotiators and the mediators who helped make this possible, including those from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with the U.S. during these peace talks this week in Egypt. Of course, the president's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law and Mideast advisor during the first term, Jared Kushner, were there in person. All week long, we heard the president say that they were getting close. Then yesterday, we had this moment here at the White House when, during a roundtable, Secretary of State Marco Rubio interrupted, walked over to the president, passed him a note, and the Associated Press photographer there kind of zoomed into the writing, which appeared to say that they were close and they needed him to approve a Truth Social post so the president could announce the deal first. Then later in the evening, we got that Truth Social post from the president saying that he was proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have signed off on phase 1 of this peace plan. He spoke about it to Fox News last night. Take a listen.
Gaza, we believe, is going to be a much safer place, and it's going to be a place that reconstructs, and other countries in the area will help it reconstruct because they have tremendous amounts of wealth, and they want to see that happen. And we'll be involved in helping them make it successful.
And the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's put out a statement saying he spoke to President Trump by phone last night and also invited him to address Israel's parliament, the Knesset. The president has floated going to the Middle East as early as later this weekend. There's also a letter that was sent from the families of hostages to the White House inviting the president to meet with them as well.